Ladies and gentlemen, the issue here is choice. We in proposition side do not accept that someone ever does not have free choice. We say that just the fact of doing anything premeditated shows that you had free choice in order to do that, and therefore you are accountable. We see the problem today as thus: attacks as resulting from supposed battered person syndrome are attacks motivated by revenge when they are premeditated. They are thought through, they are considered, and they are judged by the person committing them as right. And it is this judgment that shows us that they had free choice, and this free choice today is not taken care of in trial. We are changing this. It should be understood that we are not taking psychology as a whole out of trial, but are limiting it in time. We say that if you had time to think and consider your actions, then you could not claim that you had some psychological or deterministic imperative for forcing you to do them. We do realize and accept that there are people, such as women who have suffered at the hands of their husband or some other tormentor, and if they now go and murder them, they will suffer in jail. We accept this, and we have no problem with it. As long as they considered their actions, they are to be held responsible. Proposition has two burdens of proof at this time. First of all, I will prove to you that anything premeditated equals free choice, and therefore accountability. And I will explain to you how your experience, no matter what it does, never fully determines your actions. To my first point. We do sometimes accept at a trial the argument of I did it for self-defense. Someone was threatening my life. Now I was scared. I struck back at the heat of the moment. Even if I only had a reasonable fear for my life, I struck back because I had feelings, fear, I had difficult controlling my actions in the heat of the moment. We accept this sometimes. We accept this because feelings and actions in the heat of the moment are difficult to control, and we understand this mitigating circumstance. However, if someone threatened my life and for some reason decided to let me go, we will not accept if I then go at night and kill him in his sleep. Because I had time to consider it, it is no longer the heat of the moment, I am no longer in danger, and therefore saying that for some reason I had to do it is obviously false. Sure. The heat of the moment, no. The heat of the moment only obviously matters in the heat of the moment. We even sometimes accept lower crime and punishment for the heat of the moment, manslaughter instead of murder, because we say he did not plan it. The planning in today's law is critical. The more time you had to plan it, the more severely we view the crime. What does time to plan actually mean? This term premeditated. We say four things. First of all, it allowed you to think the matter through. It allowed you to consider every step. Two, it causes you to analyze the consequences. You carefully consider the pros and the cons, and you decide, using your own judgment, that this is the best course for you, considering everything, knowing that you might have to pay for this heinous crime. I'll take you at the end of my point. Third, you have the chance for regret or for remorse. You are sitting there, you could turn to family members, you could think about it, consider it, look on the internet, talk to a psychologist. You could do whatever you want in order to keep you from doing this crime should you decide not to do this crime. Four, you know and can find other ways to solve the problem. Go to the police, go to the shrink, sue him in civil court, him, her, whatever. In other words, you have other ways to solve this problem. I'm taking closing. All this, these four things, leads to understanding that you had logical thinking and judgment to consider this. We know that you had time to change your mind, to let your feelings cool. Since you did it, you made a calculated thinking, logical decision, a free will decision, and you should be held accountable as such. Shachar.
So, if we show there is no alternative to murder, did we win this debate?
I gave you four things. If you knock down one, you do not win this debate, assuming you could somehow do that. Second point, experience does not and does never determine our actions fully. Logical thinking and judgment are the basis not only of our society as a whole, but of our legal system specifically. We assume that when people do things, they do things because they want to, because they think it's a good idea, because they think it's great fun. We educate them in order to do things right or in order to do things wrong. But we obviously never come and say, well, we educated them to be thieves, so, well, we can't blame them for being thieves. The basic human experience, basic understanding for living in civilized society is that every person is his own entity and controls his own actions. Others may guide it, but we specifically decide it. Absolving people of this responsibility is absolving them of any action they might want to do for whatever reason. My parents, not mine, but someone's parents may teach them to be a racist, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that person will go out and kill minorities. Otherwise, every racist parent couple would have murdering minorities' children. Obviously they don't, because those children decide that what they were taught is wrong, or at least does not warrant murder. Obviously, if I do go out and kill minorities, I will go to jail. This is also relevant if my parents beat me in order to teach me that minorities are evil. Even if I'm personally, physically traumatized, I will still be held accountable for my actions. Furthermore, our legal system is based on this premise. We do not want the legitimacy of the claim of he made me do it. I grew up in the ghettos, so I had no ability to not steal and murder that old lady for lunch money. We think that the whole legal system is based on accountability, which is based on free choice. Absolving people of free choice demotes their involvement in society, which is based on our actions, which we base on accountability. It undermines the framework of our whole society. Ladies and gentlemen, premeditated, inherently, I said it, means free choice. Experience never deterministically determines our life. We call on you to propose. I proudly stand in government.